Hello and welcome to this sort of like in-between episode between the Tunis scenario and the upcoming Husky scenario. This one we're just going to be going through every unit and the officer so that everyone knows how their units are doing if you're an officer that has extra unit slots, as well as we have 3 units that do not currently have an officer because they were wiped out in past scenarios, but they have some experience, so they might be worth adopting because you won't have to get a unit from 0 experience all the way up to regular status. Well, 2 of them are a little bit green, but they're less green than starting from scratch. So we'll begin with Lieutenant FFL, your 3rd Armored, an elite unit comprised of a priest and a Churchill, some good steps there, 5 steps, and you have an open unit slot as well as a lieutenant. So be thinking, I guess, if you want to get another armored unit or go in a more infantry direction, that'll be up to you. Then Lieutenant Prefanel, you have a veteran infantry unit. You got the Maoris, quarter pounder, and the 17-pounder. Pretty good place to be, especially given the cost of New Zealand steps. Just double they're 10 per step instead of 5, which isn't too bad actually as we get deeper into the scenario or into the campaign. And you also have an open slot as well. Then we have Lieutenant Llewellyn. You have a veteran unit, the 6th British Infantry. You also have an open slot. Then Lieutenant Nolnet, 5th British Infantry. You've got a regular unit here and an open slot. Then Lieutenant Justin, you've got your veteran 2nd Armored. I learned from the mistakes of the doomed 1st Armored when we got the 2nd and 3rd onto the battlefield. But we'll also go over why this little guy up here looks a little different. So yeah, veteran army, you have a unit open slot. Then myself, Captain Sir Squire, I have the 2nd British, my poor 7th British. I always want to lead by example, so I always try to have my troops be near the front in the way of danger. But those poor lads. So yeah, I'll need to get those 7th British up to strength. And I've got a new open slot. I'm thinking about trying to get maybe an elite unit. I'll have a different video that will break down, it'll be sort of an update to the last UK overview video. It will be every unit that we currently have available so that you all can have more control over the units that you directly command, as well as if newer people are wanting to get involved with the campaign. You'll be able to sort of have more of a choice if you want them to start off with over the kinds of units and specialists that you'll have a say over. And then, of course, Captain Stasnak, the 8th and 9th British, also have been through a bit and a half. And so as captains, we each have 1 open unit slot. Now we have 3 units that have been wiped out in previous battles but had experience before being wiped out. We've lost more. I think we've lost 3 or 4 or 5 over the course of these 2 scenarios. First is the 3rd British Infantry. Currently no officer, but it is a veteran unit. Now every new step that's added removes 20 experience. So if you bring them up to full strength, they will no longer be veterans, but they'll at least be regulars. They can never go below 100 experience. They can never be green again. So you do have a lot of experience in the sort of the bare stragglers who survived with this unit, hard veterans. So if anyone wants the 3rd British, they are available. The 1st British only made it to 60 experience, but again, they can't lose any experience under 100. So you just have a sort of better than average green unit to start with. And the 1st British Armoured, which they would come equipped with the new tank units. They have a little bit better defense and just a little bit higher armor rating And so they also have a little bit of experience, so if anyone wants to expand their collection of units with an armored unit, then the 1st British would be a good unit to take on. Operation Husky is on the horizon. This will be our attempt to land... Oh god, can't really see it, but Sicily's over there. It's gonna be a challenge. So in the coming days, we'll have a sort of... We'll have 2 episodes coming out, probably this weekend. The first one will be the super overview of every specialist unit and step that we can recruit. We're gonna start having access to Canadians and French troops, as well as then a breakdown of all the available American units and British units. We're gonna have some Marines that are so new units, the costs, all that breakdown of stuff, as well as then the Operation Husky episode 0. That'll give us an overview of what we'll be dealing with, or what we think we'll be dealing with, when we attempt to land in Sicily. Only elite troops will be able to act as airborne. All other regular troops can use landing craft, but both of those are expensive, so we can't just overwhelm all the beaches at once. But we'll also get into that in this sort of larger overview. So that is everything in this episode, a very short episode, but we'll have more to come over the next few days. Alright, and if this is intriguing, if you want to get involved, then enlist down below, as well as you can always find more at twitch.tv/SirSquire, where we do live playthroughs of games, where we all have a direct impact on how those games unfold. This YouTube series for Unity of Command is a lot just slower paced, a main episode every week, and that gives everyone time to sort of indicate what they want their units to do and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, alright, that'll be the end.